Hi, welcome into the Power Hour. This weekend, we aren't talking about wrestling at all. In fact, that's the only time you're going to hear the W word. My name is Steve. This here is Rion Skills. Somewhere in the middle of this Brady Bunch honeycomb is PX, and C Red will join us later. And of course, our resident knockout tonight, it's Russian Blue, live from the Mir Space Station, hurtling high above the world. And we are the Power Hour. And tonight we have the amazing cast of characters that make up the Chicago Knockouts Roller Derby. So we are going to go around the room and we are going to introduce you to this world. Now, at this point, we have been screaming at the top of a mountain, go to Homewood and see this because it's amazing. But for those of you that haven't listened to me bitch for the last year, now we're going to bring them all here and you're going to see why I'm so crazy. So let's start with Eurothrash. Eurothrash, introduce yourself to the folks.
Hello, people. Very nice to meet you. Very honored to be here. I come all the way from Technoslavia to kick some fucking American ass.
Well, we've just blown the rating system right out of the water. Thank God we're moving to Netflix.
Right.
Sorry, was that Eurotrash?
No, thrash.
Was that Eurotrash? Is that what I heard?
Listen, baby, you can take me out anytime.
Okay, all right. I'll take the trash to the dumpster.
Didn't even get to
Is that what you call your special place?
That's what I call yours.
And we're off to a flying start.
Let's see.
Oh my God.
All right, moving on.
Here we go.
I'm going to force this.
You're going to have to.
Next up is the Swiss Army knife of the Chicago Knockouts. If it needs to get done, he does it. If it needs to happen, he finds a way. If it can't happen, he says, au contraire, mon frère, I will make it happen. It is the GOAT of Menendez.
That was extremely kind of you. Thank you, Steve.
I have watched you for a year do things that humans shouldn't have to do in the span of a night on a ladder, oftentimes. So you truly are something special, and I don't think the Knockouts works without you in the fold at all. So
I just need to just try to make myself useful. The show has to go on. I'm like, if I'm there, what can I do to make something just go? That's all.
Modesty is absolutely sickening, but I love it. Go. Thank you for being here tonight, because if we have any technical problems, we will be leaning heavily on you.
Thank you.
Next up is probably one of the knockouts that packs the biggest wallop because she wields a massive hammer. It of course is the one, the only Marley Quinn.
Ooh. Oh, Marley fucking Quinn here.
I missed the effing part. That's on me.
Oh.
100%.
Sorry. I warned you I was going to swear. That's on you.
Just keep swearing.
Okay.
What's your name again?
Marley fucking Quinn.
Yeah, there we go. That's who we should. And the mallet. We love the mallet. Where's the mallet tonight?
The mallet is off commission right now. We got some new weaponry coming in this year.
The mallet is appearing on another podcast.
You don't see that, mate?
Did I break it?
No. It's actually the mallet is actually going to be getting transferred to a new generation, and that's all I'm going to say for now.
We got ideas about that we might talk about a little later, but thank you for coming, Marley. It's always good to see you. And then, of course, we have the curious story of the knockout trapped at the auditorium, and that is Ricky Ricochet, who is bleeding profusely. I feel like we should call an ambulance. You need medical attention. You are actually in the rafters at the arena.
I am. Thank you, Steve. An ambulance actually won't help because I've been dead for quite some time. So it's I just am in the afterlife to escape.
And Rihan is calling our first time out of the evening. Rihan?
I'm sorry. What?
I'm sorry.
And the only reason I'm saying is because I remember at the last bout, whoever was out there was knocking down people in a ridiculous speed. So they were just falling down based on how this is playing out.
Haven't you seen 28 Days Later?
Fair enough. Okay, that's on me.
That's Tommy.
Ricky summons strength from the auditorium to become fully corporeal in order to hit people out during the games. And
She is
then
made
she floats back into the ether.
she is made 2/3 out of pre-chewed gum left under auditorium seats.
That's accurate.
It's true.
It's true.
I got nothing on that one. Absolutely nothing.
That's
Unshoot.
accurate.
Okay, so obviously Ricky Ricochet, one of the very, very impressive members of the Haunters, not to be confused with her, maybe a distant relative, Rhinestone Ricochet, who is on the Comic Book Crushers. These are two different people, two different things.
Never heard of her.
Never heard of her.
Never heard of
Not even related, but that's okay. We're gonna move right through that misstep. That is not, we're not gonna have awkward silence. I'm not gonna do it. Absolutely not gonna do it. Let's move to a coach, a clown, and a very aggressive human being. That is Punchline.
Hey,
Hi.
Punchline. I'm only one of the coaches here. Everybody else on here is also a coach, just to point that out.
Okay, well, there, see, I've been to one bout. You were a coach. You came on this show as a coach the first time. So that's
Mhm.
That was for the minors,
yeah, I know this.
but yeah, I know what you're saying.
It's,
but
it's
yeah,
all
that's
this it's all in the same pot of stew.
agreed, but yeah, keep going.
How are you, Miss Punchline? It's good to see you.
Very well, very well. A little bit sleepy. Did a lot of running around. So here we are.
Here here we are. Okay, we are moving on to the next knockout. And how would it be a knockouts party without a little Grumpy Bear? Hello, Grumpy, live from Smallville. I had no idea.
Hi, I am here. Yes, I kind of do like Superman, although Super Boss is pretty cool. Kind of like her a little bit better.
I've heard about her.
She gives me what I want.
Yeah.
Superman's cool though. But hi.
You have something? I got nothing.
Well, no, what just happened? Oh, hold on, give me a minute.
Oh, you take a minute. That's okay. You
Give me a
take a
minute.
minute. Grumpy, we're so happy to have you here tonight. We love your work. And you were one of the poster people for the last bout, looking great on a poster, huh?
I know. Finally, I've been saying it's not fair. I'm not on it yet. Need to be on there.
Well, there
Finally
you
it
go.
happened though.
Prime time knockout is what you are right now. And you're here on the show, and we're glad that you came by. Thank you for being here. And
Thank you for having me.
oh, it's believe me, it's our pleasure. Next up, her return in January was pretty spectacular. And then suddenly she must have eaten something magical and became a superhero. The always entertaining, the always fierce, the wrong woman to fuck with. That would be like a boss. Hello, boss.
That's me. Hi. Hello, hello, hello. What up? What up? What up?
Working on
One of my favorite photos so far in this calendar year is you and Rion about to square off and fight.
Yeah.
I want to put
He
that on
tried
a
to pull me
t-shirt.
off. What is he? What?
I
Come on,
don't know
Rion.
what you were thinking. You fought
I
many
know.
people, but you must have brain damage. She'll kill you.
I know, especially in the middle of it. You crazy?
Yeah.
Crazy, Rion.
I'm just gonna put this on up here now because I already know what Steve is. So,
Steve doesn't know. What are you talking about?
so I'll do it this way. I was there to be a fight ref. I broke up one of many fights.
It's violent.
All I asked was for you to stop, and you threw a fist at me.
I can't hear when I'm
And
zoned, Rion.
I respect that. But Steve heard it. Steve knew what was going on, and he was egging me everything on, which is why I turned to him like, Steve, please stop. You're not on this. You're not on the track. Please.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I can talk about it because I'm high up and nobody bothers me up there.
Well, I'm gonna photo and then continue.
I love the photo. It's my favorite. And
It's
then, of
pretty
course,
good.
rounding out our panel tonight is the one, the only Crimson Vixen. Hello, Crimson.
Steve, hi,
That
Brianna.
one.
Thank you so much for having us on today. We're so happy to be here.
I think you are no longer a secret now because you've been on the news. We have gone through a string of capacity crowds. I mean, as much as we love the place that Ricky haunts, it might be too small now because your popularity has grown so big. I remember when I first started doing commentary, the crowds were really good, but you could get in and you could see it. Now, unless you get your tickets online and unless you make arrangements ahead of time, you're not getting in. There are people on the floor that could die. Those seats are like
Okay, we would
suicide.
never put someone truly in danger. At least I wouldn't.
I mean, that's you might not, but there are some other people that are looking to take out some people.
I mean,
Absolutely right. It's a packed building, and as much as we love our home there at Homewood, and oh gosh, Ricky, it looks so beautiful behind you. We're so happy to be there, but goodness, it doesn't fit a bank account, does it?
It doesn't, and eventually that's where you're going, right? Eventually, it's a bank track because I've seen footage of each and every one of you, I believe, at one point or another on a bank track. So that's where you all want to go, right?
yes, you're good.
Mhm.
But wait, so if we leave Homewood, can Ricky not come with us? Like, is Ricky stuck there?
Ricky's trapped forever.
Ricky can't play with us if we leave.
Are
So what do we
No,
do?
we
Can
just
they
gotta-
do the sand
We have
though?
an arrangement we can do with like the soil your body would carry it in, and
If
if
I
Drew needs
will
to
help
do with
conduct
the
the
Mason jar.
seance.
if Bruja takes a piece of my jersey and buries it in the next location, I would be allowed
You
to.
don't.
There
Ah,
we
okay, good,
We'll fix
good.
it. It'll be great.
Phew.
It borrows
Yeah.
Ghostbuster technology and
We
put her in
first have
wrap.
to like dig up your
transport
corpse
her, and
though.
then
Like,
let her
where are you
out.
buried?
Oh,
Say,
We
No,
will
wait,
figure
wait,
out a
after-
way, guys.
After Ricky died, how would
Goat
Ricky
will
know?
figure it out, you guys. Goat will figure it out. Obviously,
we
we're
just,
fine.
we just spent
I
5
know how
minutes
to make
figure out how we're going to get a
perfect
ghost out of
pentagrams.
Homewood into somewhere else.
And,
I love
know,
it.
No price tag on that. That's
Sorry.
too good. That's too
It's
good.
it's just a legitimate question.
It is. And that right there, if you've never seen the knockouts before, if you've never seen a show, the fact that we just spent 5 minutes trying to figure out how we were going to find a way to get a ghost from one place to another, that's magic. And that's why this is amazing. And you have to see it for yourself. Don't believe me. Clearly you don't, because I've been screaming about this for a damn year. But, you know, you'll see tonight as we go forward why this is so magical. So let's talk about last year. The year ended in dramatic fashion with the Haunters winning it all. They were the champions. They are the possessor of the golden skate. And then, oh yeah, by the way, we're done, but Local H is going to come out and play. So that's kind of a badass night from a roller derby and a rock and roll standpoint. So that's like rock and roller derby. So I feel like that is a marketable idea that should happen.
Quite a term there, Steve.
I think it should happen at the end of every year because, I mean, after the show was over and the band is rocking, the community stayed on that floor like general admission. I'm pretty sure a mosh pit almost broke out.
I mean, next year it's going to be a punk rock band, Steve. So that's all I can say.
Okay, well,
Because punk rock punishers are taking it all, baby. you
Oh,
know?
the way.
That's right,
Yeah,
boss. We
you
gotta
know.
crush that.
You're gonna take it close, honey, but
I'm pretty sure comic book crushers are gonna crush that.
yeah.
Punchy, you know
Sorry.
he
We
plays
lo- you
against
know
Gator,
we
so
love
All right,
you.
all right,
You know you
maybe,
love
maybe.
I heard they were booking a swing band in November, so that's all I'm going to say.
I'm sorry, did you just say you're innocent?
No,
I'm sorry. I'm wearing
I mean, I'm very innocent. I don't know if you get me, Steve. I don't have a bad bone in my body. All I was saying is that I heard
Liars will not win.
full horn section and an upright bass. That's it. That's all I have to say.
So you want the Stray Cats to play,
Fair
which
enough.
would be pretty badass. I'm just saying they would certainly rock this town, but that's a story for another time.
I see what
I
you
will
did
say
there,
this.
Steve.
And Steve, I'll say that when we're talking about having a band after every bout, that's absolutely what we want. Once we're in a bigger place, we can actually have our after parties on site. We can have a band after every single bout we play. How amazing would that be?
Rock and roller derby. It's a turn.
Rock and roll
It's
derby.
the way of the future. It's the way of the future. And that would I there's not one band that I think would turn you down, because what a hell of an opportunity that would be to play in front of, you guys regularly get 300 people in that little facility. At least that's the capacity. And the last 4 shows, I haven't seen an empty seat. I mean, when I came late to the finals, I couldn't sit. I had to sneak up on stage and stand and hover behind Mouthpiece and Ocho to just kind of watch what was going on. There was nowhere to go. There were people standing everywhere. And it's,
Sounds to me like you owe somebody some money though.
I'm willing to pay.
always have a
I'll pay
place
for it
for
all. But
I like
Go
the
ahead.
people with the I would like the people with the drums the best. You know, you go in there and it's like da 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 da. It's so dramatic and amazing. Those are my that's the best.
And the best
that's
part
so
is they love you guys. They absolutely love you. When we're sitting there at commentary and we're asking who's for the Punishers, who's for the Rumblers, that crowd gets loud. There are factions. It is half and half. It's they're very into it. And you know, the best thing that I can say about roller derby is the crowd is invested in what you are doing. And it's clear because they're hanging on every word, hanging on every move, and it's amazing to watch. At least to me.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That is the correct answer, Steve. Very good.
Thank you. And that was the first awkward silence
I was
because I thought
prepared.
because Riyadh
I got
was
you.
leaning
I
in.
got
You were
prepared.
leaning in.
I
I'm
was
like,
prepared. I was like, yo,
you got a question. You got something.
Oh, no, I'm good. We're good.
Why were you leaving?
I was prepared for awkward silence. I felt it coming. I was like, oh,
You made me repel.
Felt it coming.
we're good.
Okay, moving on. 2024. What a fast start. 2 bouts, 2 extremely amped crowds. You could not put another human being in the after party. I mean, that place, when you get there, is wall-to-wall humans, and it's all people saying, oh man, what a great show that was.
I had to leave.
Why?
Too many people. Too many. It was that, and I'm pretty good about hanging out with a bunch. I had to actually leave. It was too many. At one point, I was like, I can't get through this door. I'll just come back later. And
It was
a
packed.
lot.
And everybody was excited. You know, and that's the beautiful thing is the knockouts, they interact with all the fans. I mean, you go there at the after party after watching it. If you want to you know, take a picture or talk to a knockout, you guys are extremely friendly and extremely gracious. I've watched all of you carry on conversations that have been there with fans and people that saw the show. And I think that's, you know, that's the kind of contact and communication that people really dig about entertainment. It makes them feel like they're part of the story. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely, Steve. Let me tell you, Eurothrash hates most people, but Eurothrash loves Knockouts fans. Okay, I always have time for them. They are top #1, top-notch human.
That's fair.
That's a stunning to know that you like anybody is really remarkable.
I know, Steve. And listen here, Steve. Okay, you made the cut, so just remember that. Okay, Little Miss Crimson down there, Little Miss. Excuse me. Hold on one moment. Let me do American accent. Gee willikers, I'm so wholesome. American apple pie.
Yeah.
That one I do not like.
It's quite accurate. That was a really good impression.
That
I
was
gotta
a-
say.
That was a
Great
fantastic
job,
accent.
I think you need to work on your Chicago dialect a little bit more there, Euro. Maybe a little bit more practice would help.
Well, maybe if I ate as many hot dogs as you, Crimson, maybe I would have that accent on lock.
Whoa.
I'm so glad she's on my team. I just gotta
Delicious.
say
I
that.
really like
Right?
talking about Euro.
Damn right.
Oh, boy.
So Steve, I have to cut in. You didn't mention where our after party is.
Oh, it is at the magnificent establishment in Homewood, a pillar of the community. It's Tobias land to me, but we'll call it Rapid Brewing.
Like a
Mom's
Leyland.
Cool
place.
spot, cool
It's
spot.
your mom's place. That's
My
right.
mom.
Your mom's chest hair.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that Tobias has a derby name, Steve?
I say again?
Do you know that Tobias has a derby name?
I did not know this.
It's rabies.
It's what?
Rabies.
Rabies?
Rabies, yes.
They have shots
Leon
for
like
that.
that one.
Like the
It's not
disease?
virus, more importantly. Sorry, rabies. I happen to have a little bit of a bias towards mommy ferrets.
Wonder why.
All righty then. Is that why
Hey,
you
we're not
it's like
out
a,
They're
A magician
Crimson.
pirate?
Hey guys,
Is that why he was dressed like a magician pirate?
talk to him about
'Cause
that.
I would totally rock that look every day if I could. I
Excuse
mean, he
me,
was
you mean-
swashbuckling.
You
Yeah.
mean he's dressed as European? That's what you're trying to say right
Ooh.
there. He's dressed as
In
European.
Europe?
That's right.
If there are pirates and magicians in Europe, so be it.
Pirates / magicians.
Yes, a magician pirate. It was beautiful. I loved the outfit. It was great. So we started 2024, and the first bout and the second bout were vastly different animals. The first bout, I have termed it as the bloodbath because 18 people were injured. I don't think everybody made it home that night. It was, there were ambulances and first responders. Poor Invader Zoom just was. She could check her steps on her pedometer and she would have had all her cardio done for the week. She was everywhere. There were wounded humans. The lowest score I've ever seen. The pack dominated the jammers, which I've never seen. Usually the jammers, you guys find a way to knife your way through and get your points. There was nobody getting through those jam lines at this point. That was the lowest score we've ever seen, isn't it, Rian?
Yeah, it was like 45 to 47, something like it was very, very low.
I was hungry, Steve. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it was something to behold. The Loretta Sins and the I believe on that night it was the Seduces of the world made a virtually impenetrable wall. And there are
Loretta, I swear.
tough.
Hey now.
Yeah.
And so talk to me a little bit about a bout like that. Low scoring, very violent, very defensive in nature. Does that happen often, or was that like kind of an enigma?
That's tough
roller
because
derby, baby.
yeah, I know, right? Yeah, pretty much. It's hard
Um,
because I came back. That was my first game for like a year. So when I came like a year ago, we were not doing that. I mean, we were, but we were on our way to that. And then I just kind of showed up and everybody's just, by the way, in this auditorium, everything is a brick wall. So we are surrounded by brick walls. So the faster you go, the harder you hit the brick wall. So I just saw a night and day difference just from being gone for a year, how much faster and harder everyone was hitting. I almost didn't expect it, but thank God I got my team. We're good. We're good. I'm ready for round two. I'm ready for round two, Steve.
Rough night at the office for those
Rough night at the office. Yeah, rough night. First night after my vacation.
Yeah, you're back, and after watching Superman fly around the track, seems like you're pretty good to go at this point. There are no restrictions. You're just like a boss is back.
I'm not 100% until the end of May, but
nice.
Working on it. Yeah, working on
That's
it.
why people are still alive.
Jesus Christ.
100%. You understand this? When she is at 100% in the next bout, you all gonna die.
Well,
I want some of that dragon blood. Where's that dragon blood? That's some good shit right there, boy.
if you guys
Some good shit, I told
I'm
you.
just here to insert evil laughs, once in a while.
Right.
That's my job. That's what I do.
They are playing the game exactly as they're supposed to. We've just outgrown the auditorium, as you mentioned. Like those hits are right on, but unfortunately, in the auditorium, that's what's going to result. So just wait till we have the bank track and you see that just escalated even more, and people are going to be going over the railings and stuff. Although I will say, as I always do, I wish they would just focus on playing the fucking game a little more and stop all the squabbling and fighting. Just you guys are such good derby players. Like, let's just tone down the drama and play some derby.
No fun, goat. No fun.
Well, I gotta represent because you guys.
This is why I beat you up all the time because you're such a fucking dweeb. This right.
Well, I mean,
Shut up. Shut up.
Wants people to have a good time.
Exactly.
And isn't it better when everybody has a good time?
No.
You know what's fun? Winning.
The life
Yeah,
ruiner.
winning is fun.
Yeah,
Crushing your
winning is
enemies
great.
is
You can
fun.
win and still have a good time. Those things can be.
Yeah, you're right. You're totally right.
No,
You're right.
I'm pretty sure
I
that's
can win and
what
have
we
a
did
good
in the
time.
last bout.
What is
We
it,
played
Martin
and we had
Boss,
fun.
like making a
Yeah,
tornado
I
around
actually I
Crimson
think the
and-
last two we won and had fun. So
Mhm, mhm, mhm,
Yeah.
I
mhm.
wasn't shooting at anybody right there. I was just
What are we
observing.
doing? We've got chains, we've got people with like whirlwinds and pushing people into walls, we've got like people tripping each other, and then I mean you know, every single bout we're like, now what are they gonna do next? And then all of a sudden somebody fights and it's just like, dude,
Bounce me out.
like, oh sorry, somebody's brake lights are on me. That's why I look like I'm
That's on me.
I
Oh
was
my
having
God,
a
he is the
moment.
devil.
That's me.
What are
Sorry.
you color?
I knew it. Nobody
Go to
cares
hell,
about
Team
that
No Fun.
thing.
Ah.
There we go. But you know,
Uh,
anyway, yeah.
we saw the sirens call. Speaking of physical violence, Sedusa hashtag or / Russian Blue. Where did you get that trick in your bag? Because I've called a fair amount of derby now, and I've never seen that. Take us through the necessity to try to kill somebody.
The sirens call specifically comes from my love of wrestling, and I know you said we were only
don't
going to
use
say
the W
wrestling
word tonight.
once
No
this
W.
entire episode, but if you have me on the episode, then you know that that's not true. So one of my favorite wrestlers of all time was Lita, and well, is Lita, and well, I certainly, skates or not, cannot jump up 6 feet in the air to wrap my legs around somebody's neck. I sure can do it when I'm laying on the ground and they're dragging me by the helmet. So that is the move that I keep in my back pocket for when people want to, you know, get fresh.
And who was it you used the sirens call on back in January or February?
Marley fucking
Who,
Quinn.
who was that there? Your teammate?
We weren't on the same team.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you go red coat on me all the goddamn time.
No. You made the wrong choice.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I made the right choice.
No, you made the
Your
wrong
fault.
choice.
We know that's the right choice.
No.
So we've gone from the very hard-hitting, very violent February bout to March, in which it was much more what I've come accustomed to seeing. Wide open, fast-paced, high scoring. What changed? Is the team dynamic that different team to team? Because I know some of the skaters have alternate personalities that kind of go in and out, different teams, different places, but that was like watching a completely different thing. Can you speak on what was so different from February to March?
Steve, I think people started taking their meds.
That has to be
think-
it.
Yes, that is what happened. You know, like court ordered med administration. People saw what happened in that first bout and were like, "This cannot continue."
Maybe
This
a
is
little
like-
anger management, a little
Yes,
anger management.
This is wholesale slaughter, and it cannot continue. So you know, get these bitches some meds.
Into that.
Eurothrash, the American healthcare system just is not going to make that possible. I'm sorry.
Another reason why this country is fucking shit.
Deductible is quite high. There's no doubt about that. That is the worst word
Where's the
that's ever been
lie?
invented.
Where's it going?
I got all the meds I need right here. Sorry, folks.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That's because you grow your own.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, you
That's
never
why we're best friends.
Mother Nature provides. Come on.
never need the prescription card for that. Ricky, you were part of the violent game, the bloodbath, as it were, and you're bleeding now, so that makes sense. Take us through that first bout of the year where things got absolutely crazy. You were skating like a bat out of hell. And I think that had a lot to do with it because I've watched you skate. You've been you're always aggressive, but you took it up a level on that one. Are you calling a timeout on me already?
That wasn't her.
What?
That wasn't her.
In the first one?
Talking about the last one.
I'm talking about the one in the
No,
bloodbath.
The bloodbath was.
Yeah, I know she wasn't.
I was just making, okay, keeping track. That's on me. My apologies. Please continue. You
No
good.
worries.
Did you
Sometimes
just at me?
I did.
Confused for my cousin, Rhinestone Ricky, who's alive. But I think part of the dynamic in the first one is that one of the teams is all dead. And you can't kill what's already dead. So what's the motivation in holding back?
But you can't beat them.
Not in the championship.
That is
Not
We'll see
yet.
what
See,
happens
we'll
this year.
see. We'll see.
eloquent and boastful
Got my
simultaneously.
bossy back. Y'all are screwed.
Then we come to
ahead.
the last bout, and the Comic Book Crushers made their season debut, and Grumpy Bear was let out of the cage. Grumpy, take us through your perception of that very, very high scoring and very fast game.
Grumpy.
Grumpy. That
We can't hear you.
amazing. Very cool.
No,
But
Grumpy.
also,
Help her out, please.
Grumpy, you were I saw you on the jam line, and you were like, you were so it was an aggressive Grumpy Bear. You know, I've seen you do many things, but when you're on the jam line, it's like you're a different person. What changes when you get that panty on your head?
Panty.
That is the clinical. I was
Well,
told by Mouthpiece and Ocho that is the clinical term.
What's called Penny Steve?
I thought I crossed the line there.
I-
My heart skipped a beat. Holy shit,
that
this is
penny
no
comes
doubt.
on.
I have a question. If possible. There is a photo here of what looks like Darth Vader and Grumpy putting an ankle lock or a leg lock on someone. I can't quite tell who that is.
Lucille Brawl.
Why? Why was that?
That's like a
Okay.
double.
I'm just curious. Why did that even happen? What took place?
Well, you see, Lucille just came to me during the jam and dropped the bell. I was getting tired of it. Mark saw what was going on. I was like, you and took care of me. Took her taking away what she
Is Grumpy Bear messing with me?
I think she is speaking Technoslavian.
Is she messing with me? I think she's kind of messing with me.
She might be. That's on me again. That's on me.
It's all right.
That's
It's all right. Grumpy, I love what you do. I think we always enjoy watching you perform. We talk about it on commentary a lot when we're at halftime and we're recapping in our minds what we have to talk about next. And we really enjoy what you do. So not every, it's such a team oriented sport that, not everybody gets singled out all the time, when you're in the pack and when you're, it's all as one, but you do a hell of a job out there and people notice, and you are a beloved knockout. So we thank you for your effort each and every night.
He's so
Love you,
adorable.
Grumpy.
Thank you. It's so good to
I think
be-
she said thank you. I think
Appreciate
she's
it.
still messing
I
with
heard that. That was definitely a thank you. That was definitely a thank you to happen.
I don't know what to do. Like, you were loud.
See, if the goat was here, this wouldn't be happening. If he was on this line with my technology, we would be fine. It's my old ass computer and Zoom as a thing.
It's fine.
We're moving
It's
on. We're
fine.
moving right on
It's
from that.
totally fine. It's totally
Same question to one of our other favorite comic book crushers, Punchline. Punchy, take us through all that you did at this last bout, because you were an instigator in many situations. You play boy, and you kind of want to be innocent, but that's never the case.
I don't know. I just had a good time. That's all I can really do. It was like the last one was a fun one. The first one, I don't know, but the last one was super fun, and I just tried to have a great time and just do my thing, man.
People choose to have a fun time at other people's expenses. I don't think that's
Agree. Agree. That happened to me. 100%, Vixen. 100%.
Yeah, Punchy, you gotta do your own
Shot in
thing.
my
You don't need
face.
to
You're
be influenced by all these
That happened to
hooligans.
me. 100%.
Round 2, Rion,
Listen to
coming
them,
up.
son.
Round
You're
2, baby.
Don't stop anything.
The Burbros are there. You can do stuff to them. They should be fine.
Well, stop getting my way then. Shit.
I said it then. I'll say it now.
You're just always in the right spot for all the chaos. You know that?
There.
I got
Oh.
some silly string. You're standing right there. I just have to silly string someone else because
Forgot
they're in
about
my
that.
way. Nothing else I can do.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great.
Got your ass kicked. And beat
He
her
was so mad at me.
just took me to task.
Kind of how it works. That's kind of how it works.
It was pretty fun. The Bros are not good fight refs. They're great guys, but they are not the fight ref you are.
They are wonderful.
You are squaring up on Boss.
They are.
They ran and hid.
They are wonderful.
Did they really?
You don't square up on Boss unless you have a death wish or stupid.
To the Bros, if you decide to check
Thanks.
this out, you are wonderful as refs, and I am 100% happy whenever you guys show up.
Talk
Because
watch.
I get to be a fan and watch. So
Yeah.
I'm 100%
True.
okay with the Bros, Tad and Chad bro, being fight refs 100%. That is less
You are
work that I have to do. They are wonderful. Wonderful.
Steve, I've got the video clip of Punchy silly stringing if you want to play that at all. I've got it
If you
queued
could
up.
tell me how to do it, I would be glad to play it.
Am I able to share?
If you are, God bless you. I don't know how to do it.
I will
If
figure
anyone
out a
can
way.
do
Give me a
it.
minute.
If you
Oh,
can
give me
share
a minute,
screen,
I'll
At
do
the
it.
bottom, there's a little green thing and it says
Oh,
share
there it is,
screen.
yeah.
I see that.
Oh,
I've never
Can
pushed
you
it.
guys enable it?
Can I enable it? I
Yeah.
think so. Let's
There
give it a
we
try.
go.
Let's give it a
There we
try.
go.
I don't like it.
You're
Multi-
gonna learn something
oh,
today.
I would think that would be it, right?
Multiple can share simultaneously. Yeah, that's open up.
Let's give it a shot.
Pandora's box. Let's see what happens.
I just pushed the nuclear launch code, so this could be bad.
See what happens.
Eject,
That's
eject.
Perfect. Okay, so what do I want?
I'm going to abort really quick. Something bad is.
I was gonna say, get ready. Just
I'm ready.
I'm excited.
Can't wait.
Just a second.
I only
I
lived
know,
it.
I know.
never
I'm like,
saw it.
ah. I just want to see Rion's face. That's the best part.
ridiculous.
That's why you're the perfect fight ref, because you bring out the best in everybody around you,
That is
even if they want to kill you.
to whoop my ass.
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh,
Oh,
Uh-oh.
ah,
ah,
I saw.
I don't know what happened, but
I saw
it was
something.
big.
Oh,
give
saw
me a
something.
second. I'm gonna try this again.
Okay,
There
I'm
we
ready. I
go.
was
Okay.
caught a little off guard. Oh, the goat is sharing a screen. He's sharing
do
it.
Do it.
Something is happening.
Loading,
Make it
loading.
happen.
I see the goat of Menendez has started
Go,
sharing,
go,
started
go.
screen share.
go.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh,
Oh, here we
my
go.
God. Oh, what is happening?
Oh, I've seen that.
We've got live footage from the bloodbath. Look at the creature ready to
Look
take
at that gross
kidney.
creature.
Yeah, ew. Send it back from whence it came.
They look sticky.
Oh, here we go.
Hey,
Oh, is it frozen?
We're working
Excuse me,
hard
is
here.
this 8-bit? What is
Yeah,
happening?
I have absolutely God is my co-pilot at this point. I've taken my hands off the wheel.
Steve is
Jesus is my savior.
And
But
Go,
like
we
honestly,
trust.
look how innocent I look. I'm just standing there, like I'm not
sweet.
even trying to make trouble. And then
Yeah,
you got
you're
that green
probably
thing.
just like reading your Bible, thinking about your favorite biblical
They're
verse.
looking so
There's a lot of
cute.
violence in the Bible. I don't
They're nothing.
This is gonna be amazing.
If it
Just
works,
thinking about punk rock.
Look at this.
Mhm. Mm-hmm.
We're working on it. We're working on it.
we're working.
Look at this right
Pause.
there. That just summarizes it right there. Look at,
We're
there
gonna
we
do
go. It just
true.
looks amazing right there. Like that's
Oh,
I look
Oh,
great.
Take us on a
Whoa.
ride,
That's
go.
smirk.
Take us
That's-
on a ride.
It is all
Right there.
punchline right now. It is. We have expanded our horizon.
My cat meme right there.
right there. Incredible.
Oh God, me like mid trying to say something.
No, just that's the smirk, right? That's like that right there to a T. That's just you're getting all corrupted by all these other,
Who, me? Who,
veterans.
me? I
No,
didn't do it.
punchline.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Oh Lord, push
Mm.
play.
There we go. All right.
Oh my
Anyway.
God, every awkward pause.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's like you
that
have
was-
Cinemax and you are like in 1980s at home in your parents'
That was
basement.
fantastically Betamax is what that was.
Oh God.
That was thanks to our amazing videographer E. He
Oh, let
got
me get
just
my
tremendous
Blockbuster
footage.
card. That was fantastic. Okay.
I personally want to see that. I want to see that.
Oh, yeah, I will get the footage ready as soon as I
I
can.
could just
I
I could
been-
just do it again. I've got plenty of silly string. I'll just
Yeah,
next time I
that's
see
okay.
you. I mean,
Hey, that's okay.
You could be sitting in the crowd and still
In
get so
person.
done.
There is literally anyone else in this panel or you.
No, no.
That could do that. I want to see it from afar.
I'm just there to narrate the chaos. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the bout we have upcoming. I know we're getting ready for the minors, and we'll talk about that in due course. But April 20th, back at the HF Auditorium, we hit the bout season continues. Who do we have competing at this particular time?
Well,
Uh,
Steve, we have
okay.
the Punishers about to crush the goody Rumblers trash and send them back to wherever the hell they came from. Maybe Iowa. I
Pleasantville.
don't know. Wonder Bread girls.
Iowa.
Time to go home.
Kansas.
Wonder Bread
Kansas.
shall be
Kansas,
destroyed.
Kansas.
Every time Euro tries to insult us, I think she just throws every American word that she's learned at us, and I don't really understand it. Because Wonder Bread sandwiches
down that
with peanut
Rolodex.
butter and jelly on them are wonderful. So
You don't,
as a compliment, we're going to have a great bout between the Retro Rumblers and the Punk Rock Punishers.
Well,
You don't
gee
have to
willikers.
understand-
Gee willikers. We
Gee
sure
willikers.
are.
you don't have to understand her. Her performance speaks for itself, okay?
That dragon blood is flowing, boy. Woo! Man, I hope that you don't get a hang. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Crimson, you are being
Tiger's
attacked.
blood.
You are being attacked for your retro rumbler status. Do you have a response for Euro Thrash? I mean, she's giving you the business.
Yes, you know, us Rumblers, we prefer to take it because we like to play roller derby and we like a good, clean, fun game of roller derby. I'm looking forward to bringing that to everybody on April.
God. Yeah.
You know, there's a reason the face is so boring. Faces are boring. You're boring.
Well, guess what, Euro? It won't be all faces this time, will it?
Well, will it
Yeah, because
also
you've
be
gone turncoat again.
Who's gonna be Euro? Who's gonna be a Rumbler? Oh, that's right.
The one that
Yeah.
always likes to go turncoat, the one that likes to go against her
Rumbler,
friend.
Euro. So no good, clean fun for you.
I'm sorry, I don't understand your American words right now.
Oh, now she doesn't understand it. Oh,
I'm not sure I understand them.
What's in that cup, Euro?
This,
Oh,
I
I'm
know you
sorry.
want it. It is
It's
tiger blood.
100%.
It's the blood of the
100%
Rumblers,
dumb bitch juice. It's 100% dumb bitch juice. That's what's in there.
Sounds
You
delicious.
should know you've been
And-
drinking.
and that's the
It
name
must
of
be
our
Vixen.
episode.
Oh,
At least I drink the dumb bitch. I drink the dumb bitch juice. I don't pretend to be some highfalutin,
no,
fancy
you just
Euro
bathe in
trash,
it.
jet flying bitch over here, do I?
I'm sorry, excuse me, at my appropriate health care and some safety support network, okay?
I mean, you need it
Social
for how much
Security, all
booze
that
you
good
put into
stuff
your
we have
body on
here.
a daily basis. How many drugs have you had today?
I'm
Well, if
sorry,
she
I
didn't,
can't hear
then
you
can you
over
imagine
all
what would
your
happen?
debt.
Oh my
I
God.
can't hear you over your debt and like decrepit moral.
Guys, can we just do the podcast and stop fighting, please?
All right, we got Judgment
Shut
Dave
up.
and Ocho are watching.
Okay.
Judgment Dave and Ocho
Judgment
are
Dave will
watching.
back me up on this.
Judgment Dave
Stand up
is under
front.
my
I'm really
bed
trying to
right
wrangle this
now.
in.
Judgment Dave is asking to come out, but I say
Can we just
no.
mute? Can we
Guys,
mute Goat for the rest
back
of
it
the
up.
podcast?
Back it up and just like, let's do the podcast. Stop with all the squabbling. Come on, come on, come
Shut
on.
No
up.
fun, go.
Oh.
Stop ruining the fun.
You know, show must go on.
I
Boring.
am gonna shift gears so hard here.
You're gonna have to.
I'm gonna
You're
turn
have
this
to.
shit
You're gonna
right.
have to, Steve.
April 6th, the minors are back in
The
action.
children.
Something we
children
can all
are
agree
coming.
on.
The
I
next
believe
generation
they're
knockouts.
Yeah, your
Mhm.
children.
We have all
Oh,
four
come here,
teams
come here.
playing on this Saturday, Steve.
Say it again.
We have all four colors playing this Saturday, Steve.
So we're crossing the streams, uniting the colors, haunters, rumblers, crushers, and
Well,
Punishers.
So do you know
Steve,
about the
crossing
Punisher?
the streams, is that very kid appropriate?
I think the Punisher is going to win this game too, Steve.
Punishers
I'm pulling
win
for him.
every game, Steve.
Why am I calling it
Everything. Work
Punishers
hard, play
and
hard,
crushers,
Steve.
'cause both
Work
are
hard,
good.
play hard, Steve.
Yes, yeah. That's a hell of a thing. Rian told me to call a timeout, but I don't know why. I don't need a timeout.
I had a question as far as the bout. You said it.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Go ahead, Rian.
I had a question as far as
Timeout! Timeout! Timeout!
No,
Get
away.
Get back.
Go away.
get
here!
back.
Thank God!
my
Where the
God.
hell you been?
You're
It's
back.
off the rails.
Tie him back up.
I-
What did I tell you?
Okay, I will do it.
I
No worthy behavior going on right now.
I have a question as far as the bout. You said all 4 teams are playing at the same time. How does that
Yes,
work?
well, and I don't know if your listeners know about our minor league. So we actually have 2 divisions in it. So we have the Chicago Scrappers and we have the Chicago Brawlers. And the Chicago Scrappers are roughly, it depends, ages aren't, completely perfectly boxed, but roughly 6 to 12. And the Scrappers do light contact, and the Chicago Brawlers are roughly 12 to 18, and they do full contact. So our Scrappers are going to be playing their Punk Rock Punishers and Horrific Haunters, and the Brawlers are full contact group. They're going to be playing their Retro Rumblers and Comic Book Crushers. So you'll see all 4 colors represented on Saturday, which I think is just wonderful.
That is amazing. And I have had a chance to commentate the minors, and it is so much fun.
You'll be commentating them again, right?
I love it because I don't feel like I'm going to die at any time. So that's good. That's good for me.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not
Yeah.
yet.
You wait. You wait till we're
Perfectly
done.
safe
with
with
it.
the children.
Mhm.
Okay, so Rick, she is a ghost. She just fucking disappeared.
Ricky.
Shit.
You
Get the fuck out, man.
Hey,
Ricky, no.
Ricky,
Go towards the light, Ricky. Go
I-
towards the light.
you have no idea how
Look
amazing this is
away,
going to look later.
okay.
Right?
You have no idea how amazing this is going to
Did you
look
see
later
that?
on. But the band in itself,
Calling the ghost hunters. That's the shit they look for.
you just
That's like some Bachelor's Grove Cemetery stuff.
I'm gonna go back to doing these photos, Steve.
We're going to welcome in at this time our fourth co-host, who is back a little bit late tonight, but he's I love this man. C Red, welcome to the show.
Good evening, ladies.
Hello,
Love you,
hello.
Red. Hello, Red.
Red.
Say something, Red. Do you
What
have any
do you
questions
want?
for the knockouts? Let's just jump right in here.
First of all, you had a strict guideline, so I'm not deviating from the plan. I already know when you start deviating, it go left.
Listen,
So-
I had a plan. That plan
That
fell
plan,
apart long ago.
that plan went out the window about 40 minutes ago.
Dragon's blood is what killed that. shit.
Tiger's
Tiger's
blood.
It's very punk rock of you, Steve. Very
Tiger's
punk
blood,
rock.
Dragon's blood. There's somebody's blood.
Damn it, Steve, you gotta get it right.
Rumbler's
We're trying
blood.
to- We're trying to
See?
keep it in order.
Trying to keep it right where
Red
in pocket. We're
Good luck.
talking about the minors, Red. So we're gonna get back to talking about the minors. So we've got all 4 colors. It's Saturday, April 6th. So it's coming up this Saturday. It is right around the corner.
Yes.
And our tickets on sale.
Are on sale. It will be going off sale on Friday at midnight. So everybody who wants to buy tickets ahead of time and not have to wait in line at the door as long should absolutely buy before Friday at midnight.
Very much looking forward to this bout. It'll be my second minors activity, so I'm looking forward to being there. Who am I doing commentary with? Do I have a partner this time?
It might be a mystery guest.
What did you say?
Oh, I said it might be a mystery guest.
A
I don't
mystery.
have an answer
Oh
for you
boy.
right now.
And just when I thought it was safe to go back in the water. Okay. Now, last time you and I had a great time on commentary, Crimson. I thought we did a good job.
You might be thinking of someone else.
No, I'm thinking of you. Oh, no, maybe it was Bikini.
You might be confused. I don't know why everyone gets confused with her. Look entirely different.
Yeah, that's my fault. That's on me. I'm
Let
old.
me tell you something. Punishers are very much missing Bikini. Where is she?
Yeah, I
I
think
don't know. She
bikini
went
sports
to
has
Michigan
been
for a
great.
little while. She's been doing some training over there. I'm not really sure where she's been.
Well, maybe she'll be my partner. Anyway, it's great fun no matter what. And the
Really
cool
have a fun
thing.
time with bikini. I heard she's a bit of a bully.
Who?
Bikini is a fun time.
Bikini's cool.
It's a great time.
Yeah,
Bikini's cool.
bikini is like
Bikini's awesome.
From what
normal
I've heard.
human, not
Yeah.
plastic Barbie fake American Wonder Bread human.
Fake American Wonder Bread human.
Yeah, I'll take a bikini any day.
Color.
That might be the name of our episode tonight.
Oh my God.
Was a
We're
lot.
moving on.
Wonder Bread.
Fake American Wonder Bread. At least we can monetize it. We could say sponsored by one, but we're not really sponsored by one.
Monetizing is the American way. Is it not?
Is it? Suddenly this has become a political forum.
Keep it going, Steve. Keep it going.
You were saying about the minor league bout. You were saying.
Yes, I was saying about that.
Did
and
you
I would-
happen to say that this is our first Scrappers Brawlers? This is the first out of the season. Because that's very important.
Yes, it's very important. And what I know where I was going with this. This is the next generation of the knockouts. And a lot of the people on this panel tonight have offspring that comprise the minors. So we hear about Lunala all the time because Russian Blue is one of us. She is Power Hour. And we saw Lunala on the poster. How proud were you there, Russian Blue?
I am very proud. She is not as like let me rephrase this because I can't think of what I'm trying to say, but she's definitely deserves it. She has really come into her own with roller derby, really become more aggressive and assertive. And it was very exciting to see her and just see that like smirk on her face and that little sneer that she has. It was wonderful. Like mother, like daughter.
We are very accustomed to you smirking and sneering for 2 hours at a time. So it's just fitting. Marley Quinn, you too have a young lady that bears your resemblance on that team. Speak about her.
I do. I have my daughter is Poison Ivy, but she'll actually be on a different team this time. So she's skating under the name Sweet Tooth for the second time now. But yeah, she's been skating since she was literally 1.5 years old. So she was kind of born for this.
And that's what I think is so amazing. I know your daughter and I know your daughter. And do we have other people in this room that have okay, so I wasn't sure 100%, but I kind of thought so. Okay, Euro, we're talking about your children. So let's pump the brakes and engage in a.
I want to hear what she has to say.
It's all yours, Euro.
You do what you like.
Okay, so Lethally Blonde is my child, and she was raised in Technoslavian roller derby dojo. We are very brutal in our training. First, we take children's pets and put them in sack and do not give them back to the children until they finish their practices. And practices are 7 days a week, 5 hours a day. So Lethal has been doing this her whole life. She is so used to it now. So finally, yes, she did get her dogs back. You know, that's just how we do in Technoslavia. We are brutal, cold culture.
Yes.
Yeah.
Once again, glad she's on my team, you know.
Yes. Right. You know?
That's why she's a punisher, you know.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Nobody's calling
Early
Peter.
and figuratively.
No one's calling me.
Yeah, it's good. We're good. What is said here?
That's not in America, Steve. It's not in America.
Yeah.
I don't even know where Czechoslovakia, whatever the hell is.
Technoslavia. It's okay. You don't need to know where it is. It knows
I don't
where you
wanna know.
are.
Near Azerbaijan
It
and
knows where you
Kazakhstan.
are.
but it's one of those small ones, it's like opposite of where Belarus is, it's on the other side of that little block.
Poland very angry.
A
Steve,
major
we
trading
know,
post, and
we know.
they've
Steve,
amassed a
listen
huge
to
amount
me.
of wealth in a
Steve,
small
listen
land.
to me. When something is small, it is typically very angry, right? Am I right, ladies? When
Waiting.
something is small, it is angry.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the oligarchs over there have giant uh, uh,
Feel attacked.
bases in Technoslavia. It's just look up Eric Prince and Blackwater, and then it'll all come into play. Okay.
I might need a moment.
You got Rian on the soft spot. You're
Rian, you have soft spot? Oh, I love it.
I have to pick something else to say.
Yes, I'm working on it.
You're gonna have to focus.
I got it. I got it. I got it.
People on track.
I got it.
Pax has put, I think,
Are we trying to like Czechoslovakia on that map?
You have to focus.
Is that a map of the United States? I can't even see.
That's the worst. Oh my
that is-
god.
Oh,
Don't look at the
and
United
the map of the
States.
That's not the
Technoslavia,
United
no,
States.
God, no.
no.
That is all of Earth.
I mean, the United States is there. It's just
Somewhere out there.
I'll before you say anything else.
I tried to pin it so I could see it better, and it just completely blurred. So I'm just as lost as I was before.
Real quick, Red, are you good?
Wait,
We need
Oh yeah, Rod, what
blink
happened?
twice if you're okay.
So, while it's in my brain, based on how this is played out with you being added, it's kind of funny because it's almost as if the teams have lined up accordingly. Like when you go back and look at this, I'm looking at the screen. Somehow Red was able to line up all the teams to where they need to be. It'll make sense once you actually see this playback later. So thanks.
Take a
Take your word
screenshot.
for it,
Yeah.
Rian.
Like a legit. I was like, wait, how did he? Okay, it'll make sense later. I swear it will. I swear it'll make more sense.
This is gonna make sense later.
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh yeah, it has to.
Don't
right?
worry
It
there for
has
a
to.
minute.
Internet don't lie, Steve.
Yeah, the internet does not. lie. That's fair. That's fair.
That's what it
That's
is.
fair.
thing I
That's-
hear all year.
That's fair.
Go, keep going.
Well,
Steve.
they chased Crimson away. They were so mean to
No,
her.
Crimson is.
They made her get her
She's
cat.
right
That's
there.
all she
Never
does is run,
mean.
Steve. That's all she does is run.
Never mean.
They made her get her cat. She needed protection. Okay.
I know. She's gonna need more protection next week or whatever,
Right.
April
She's like
20th.
whatever
holiday.
is taking place. She's gonna.
Yes. Our
Buffs just don't
holiday.
give a fuck.
We're
I
going
know.
to
Okay, okay,
everybody
okay,
on.
your ass. That's it. So
Take our magic meds.
Yes.
question I want to get answered by everybody, and I'm going to kind of point to you individually so I get to hear your opinion. Do you have a better idea?
I feel like you're gonna have to call them out directly because I'm not sure if they're gonna be able to point because of being.
No, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you can't just point.
directly.
Yeah.
Can't
I
just
won't
point,
just
it's not gonna
point.
work.
I was like, you're gonna have to call them.
Yes, I will. Yes,
Okay,
that's a
okay.
fair idea. Okay.
Oh,
So
Ricky went to the light again.
Ricky is gone. Well, Ricky,
It'll be
she's
fine.
ethereal.
It'll be fine.
You guys have created something that is starting to steamroll into something big, and you can feel it. And people always ask me, Steve, you're not doing this show on this night. Why? And I say, well, I'm going to do the knockouts because that's where the action is. And I'm kind of lucky enough to be on the ground floor of something that is just on the threshold of becoming supernova. So with that being said, that's my feeling of it anyway. We'll start with, let's see, who do I want? We'll start with the GOAT because, we'll test the waters of audio here as we do this. GOAT, with everything that's happened to this point, NBC5 News, all the articles in the paper, Homewood embracing the knockouts, the crowds coming and being entertained and always coming back. Where do you go from here? What do you want next as far as the Chicago Knockouts roller derby?
The ultimate goal is to get our own spot to put the bank track up. that is the immediate thing that we need, because it's going to allow us to really, really get the game to be seen the way it needs to be seen and needs to be played. If you look at what's going on right now, I'm not exaggerating, just exaggerate it by 10 times the amount, because when that track is easily double the size of the space we're in now, easily, probably more, and we can get much faster speeds. During some of the rehearsals, we had it where Marley basically flew off the track because we had done this move called a slingshot that had her going. So I've got video of this, and she's literally just flying out of off the track. We can push people over the railings. We can just execute a lot more of our strategies that involve a lot more of the strategic gameplay along with, the theatrical side of it. So that's just going to enable the whole production to just be what it needs to be, the way it was meant to be played. We'll have room for more people to join, and then we'll have more facilities for people to be able to take part in. We'll have possibly a secondary area for practice, flat track. We can, have services there. We can have clinics and classes there, partner with local business to have a little bit of a more cohesive separate little food and vendor area. I mean, the sky's the limit with it, and it's just going to be a whole, new level of entertainment for the whole area. And then we can expand on just inviting more people in. We could expand on the minors. Who knows? So that's the most imminent thing. In the meantime, we've been working on the live streaming, which E has been doing that on TikTok, and that's been gaining a lot of traction. So we go live on TikTok on every bout now. We've got a pretty good following brewing there. And then I've been trying to usher in the Twitch side of it, more of the widescreen instead of the up and down view. So with those two outlets, we're hoping to get more people from around the country, around the world, to be able to tune in and just check it out and be like, what the hell is this? I want to do this. How can I take part in this? So hopefully with the live streaming, it'll give more people an option to check the game out if they can't make it to the bout, or just learn about what we're doing. And then we do have, there's a sister league in Michigan that had just started last year, which is awesome. They're still growing. They're like where the knockouts were about 5-6 years ago. So there's a small but really awesome study group, and they're wonderful. We've been out there a few times. They've come out a few times. They're just the most beautiful people, and they're loving the game. They're loving our style of play, and they're learning to acclimate to it as well. So we are starting to grow, locally with other players coming in as well. So there's a lot of directions, but we just, as soon as we nail down our venue, which is a challenging process because there are a lot of little things about it that need to fall into play. We can't, there's just so many little peculiarities that we need to find in the right spot.
You're pretty impressive, Goat. That was well done indeed.
Likewise.
Now, the bank track is obviously a huge thing that's on the horizon. And we know that it's going to take the knockouts to the next level. I fear watching people flip over guardrails because I've been kind of watching old roller derby footage, trying to get a feel for what I would do to call that. And it makes me a little nervous, a little anxiety, because it looks even more violent than what you guys do now. So, but I am looking forward to the bigger venue. Now, that has been said. So nobody else gets to say the bank track. I want other opinions about what you think and what you want, if not for the knockouts necessarily, but for your character. What do you want out of it? So I'm going to put all the pressure right now on Punchline.
Wow. So I knew it would be me first. So what do I want out of the Chicago? So obviously everything that Goat said would be fantastic. I'm just really excited because it's only my first full year, I think, year and a little bit playing with the knockouts. So I'm just excited to watch myself grow and watch the team grow and watch the knockouts as a whole grow, in Homewood, and then flourish out from there and just see what amazing things that we can do, because it's already it's insane the amount of attention that we have and how much fun we have. And that's my answer, I guess. It's just looking forward to the future.
That's awesome. Grumpy Bear, what do you got for us?
Hi, am I able to be heard now?
Oh my God, yes!
Yay!
Okay. Oh man, honestly, as annoying as Goat is, he did say it very well. Um, I'm super excited for everything. I know, being part of the knockouts has pushed me to be better, and I've grown so much, and I want to continue to grow and be even better than before to get even more of what I want. So, really, for sure, I just want to keep growing, keep getting better, and really just keep expanding with everyone because we're gonna do awesome stuff. It's gonna be amazing.
Very eloquent, and I'm so happy we got to hear you clearly. That is amazing. Thank you, Miss Bear. Let's take it up to the mistress of chaos that is Marley Quinn. Miss Quinn?
So let's see. I've been with the knockout since day one. So me personally, like I am excited to see like we've been, slowly building up and growing. And this last year-ish, um, it's like we went full speed ahead and like just jumped 10 years in the future of what I had expected for knockout. So for me personally, I would love to see just where we go next year, where like if we jumped this far in a year, like where's it going to go from here? That's what I'm excited to see. And obviously I can't wait to skate the bank track again. But yeah, I'm excited to see where we go, where if we can keep this momentum. Oh, and I will also say I'm super excited to see Chicago style roller derby all over the world, because that's where I hope we're going.
Oh, that's awesome. That is amazing. Let's get our spooky specter live at the auditorium. Well, not unlive. I got dead at the auditorium. I don't know how to phrase it exactly. Ricky Ricochet, even though you're dead, what are your aspirations other than life and being alive again?
Thank you, Steve. I feel like a lot of people forget that there's life after death and you can still have hopes and dreams. So thank you for acknowledging that. I think like Marley said, it's nice to see how much we've grown in the last year and what the possibilities are moving forward if you've seen it in such a small stretch of time. We have a really great group of new skaters. Some of them are dead, some of them are alive, but they're just growing, and it's going to take us to the next level. So I'm excited to see the rosters fill out and what can happen if this much has happened in such a short amount of time. And maybe a little spooky orchestra music.
I'm all that works for me. You're very eloquent for someone who has passed on. I just appreciate the fact that you're not a scary ghost, at least at this moment. So thank you for that.
It comes and goes. Thank you.
Comes and goes. I'm almost afraid to do this. I fear what's about to happen next, but I'm going anyway.
Yes, sir.
You're
Purple rain.
Purple rain.
Once I pull the ripcord, there's no going back.
Let's go.
Just say it, Steve.
All right, Eurothrash, you're up.
Well, Steve, I'm actually going to be very earnest for right now, okay? Something you Americans don't understand. Roller derby is a sport where you get hit, you fall down, and you get up. And in my mind, every time you get up, you are stronger than the last time you got hit down. And to me, I think is best metaphor for human life on Earth, okay? And I think the knockouts are creating this environment where we are building on that momentum of being knocked down, getting up, forging ourselves in the fires of that pain, and coming back stronger each time. So I am very proud to be member of this group, even if it includes Lily White Wonder Bread wannabes who know who they are. Still, we work together and we create something bigger than any one of us. So I say what I say.
I have one thing that I want to add to that, and it's only because I experienced it firsthand. There was a bout that happened in the middle of last year where I watched Eurothrash get hit into the stage, like near where I was.
Maybe stage get hit into Eurothrash. You think about that?
That's fair. That's fair. But there was a particular time where I had to check on her, Like, are you okay? And she legit said, ask the stage if it's okay. And I was like, that's fine. And I didn't say anything else after that. So
What were you gonna say?
there's nothing else. You got back up and continued on with the rest of the jam. But it's just that's not just something that she's saying for the sake of saying it. That is like for all of them. They live that. Like they legit. Every single person that's on skates lives that
Yeah,
ideal. Like
yeah.
it is. I told them this yesterday. I am humbled to see just how they're able to just take X amount of punishment and then just throw another X on top of it.
100%.
Like it is. That's just me. She just reminded me of something that happened. I was like, that's right. They do, like they all have that in them. Like it is amazing. I'm sorry. It's just something that she said. But please. No.
And that went.
Rian, let me tell you something, okay? Rian, you know, you're American, okay? So, like, first of all, little bit minus against you, but
That's fine.
Just a little bit.
hold on. What you say yesterday at practice make me cry. Single tear of vodka come down my face. I think, Rian, you are a man with good heart. Even if it is American heart, it's still good.
That's
So thank you.
That's much better than getting beat up. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Everybody's just gonna gloss over the fact that she cries vodka. Okay.
No, I didn't. I was just
Lost
Are
right
you
over-
surprised?
We've all accepted
I
it. We
mean,
know.
Yeah.
We know.
All right.
I didn't ask questions. I was like,
What else is in that teacup?
That's a good
Right.
call. That went well.
Either fun and vodka.
Yes.
You did that.
I did that. That was me.
You did that.
Okay. Let's move it right over to Like a Boss or Super Boss, depending on the day.
I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, she's my cousin. She's cool, but
Cousin, Like a Boss, Super. I get confused. But Ms. Boss,
we
what
look
do you
similar.
think?
I mean, I gotta be honest, besides the obvious, my love for the track and you know, just all the shenanigans we get into, but I just want to see how crazy this shit can get. I want to see how far I can throw Russian. I want to see like how like if I can go through Ricky. I want to see, you know, just I want to see how far people can fly. So that's my goal is to grab Marley and, you know, cause some problems and just
It's sister shit, right?
see how man, I just want to just see how fucking crazy this shit can get. So that's my goal for the year. I don't know about you.
Of that, it was one heartfelt moment to violence. There was no in between.
No.
You shift your car like that, you're dropping your
Oh,
transmission.
Well, I could say that shit too. I'd be like, oh yeah, I want to have fun with my friends
Well,
and I
I
want to
get
play
it.
in the bank track, but let's be real.
That's
What we
just
all
not-
really
that's not boss-
want.
That's not boss like.
Violent.
That's what you'd expect. And
I mean, that part's true too, you know, but
that's amazing.
yeah,
She wants to have violence with her friends.
I want to have violence with my
sweet
friends. The
about
more
that.
I hurt you, the more I like you or don't. That's
Yes.
up to you to
Don't.
decide.
That's wrestling, and I get that.
Don't lie to them.
I get that 100%.
I know, I was trying to be nice about it.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to say wrestling, but just know that the two worlds they connect. I understand that more than you realize. I can.
Right? I know you do. I know you get me. That's why we almost fight almost every bout, Rion.
Pictures.
One of these,
I want to see that fight. That's like
one of these days. One of these days, he's gonna be like, I can't take it anymore.
I'd pay for that. I am.
Let me clarify,
that
our
fight.
referees are very well trained in being temperamental and just sort of, you know, letting it sort of plateau. We're not going to get into physical altercations with no matter how much we're provoked, right? We have very serious training with our
You
our
poke a
head
bear,
ref,
eventually
Judgment Day,
it's
and
gonna
so
bite.
yeah.
Just
you know,
saying.
Are you
guys
also speaking about the
not
Pro
fight the
Bros?
players,
You can't possibly be
huh?
speaking about the Pro Bros.
They're the greatest.
They are. They, I don't.
They
even
are
get- the
highly
Pro Bros are-
trained. What?
They're
Bless them, man.
Bless them indeed. They need the blessing. All right,
They
Chris,
have the toughest job.
what is that?
I don't know. I lost containment many moons ago.
Well-
Crimson, are you with us?
Yes, right here.
The question is, what do you want to see, not only for your character, but for the knockouts in general? What are you looking forward to? What do you want out of 2024 going into 25?
That's a lot. You said that we're not allowed to talk about bank track anymore, but Steve, you can't put that restriction on me. Bank
You do
track
what you like.
Big track is home.
it's the love of my life, one of the loves of my life. It's exactly what I want to see for 2024. We were hoping to make it work in 2023, but we couldn't quite find the right building. My hope for the end of this year for the Chicago Classic Roller Derby League as a whole, both in Flint and in Chicago, is that both bank tracks will be up by the end of the year. I think that would just be so wonderful. There hasn't been a bank track up in the Midwest since the pandemic. And I think that's a real shame because Chicago is the birthplace of roller derby and it should exist here. Bank track roller derby, classic roller derby, kind of roller derby we should exist here. It has a place, and spectators and skaters alike, we all really love it. And we're so happy to get to do it. Apart from bank track, I think I want to see us continue to grow, to make the speeds faster, to make the hits bigger, and to make the crowds bigger. I want to see more and more growth and more of what we can do. I think it's so exciting. It's exciting to see how much we've accomplished in such a short amount of time in Homewood, and I want to see what's ahead. No expectations, just excitement.
And I can live with all of that and then some. Russian Blue, you are the Power Hour knockout. I saved you for last for obvious reasons. What say you of this question?
Well, just a nod to boss. I heard your little throw Russian. I'm topping out at 300 pounds, baby. Good luck.
Yeah, that's right. I've been working out.
Good luck. And I just want to see it continue as it's been going. I want to see more wrestling crossover. Yes, I said the word that no one wants to hear.
Horses out of the stable now.
And
one thing I love about Russian is she doesn't follow the rules.
I don't. They already know. And I personally want to be jamming again by the end of this year. So that's what I'm looking at.
That's pretty cool. See Red. How you feel?
Y'all make me forget about wakes, don't y'all?
That's the whole point. That's the beauty of the knockout. You
Clearly.
forget everything when you're in the presence of this talent.
Clearly.
But now you have to break it down, and you have to give these amazing athletes, these amazing characters, these amazing performers, the roses. Wouldn't be the Power Hour without C Red's roses. So,
Really?
Take it away.
Really? Okay, here you go. You suck, Steve. Let me just get that out the way.
Hey,
That seems to be the general consensus.
Hey, Red, if you need me to do it, I got you. You go ahead. And
No, I'm good. I'm good. See, here's the thing. Why yet, due to the word that we shall not mention for whatever reason tonight, I just haven't been able to make it out. But don't act like I have not followed you, ladies and gentlemen. Like it would be ridiculous. So when I first met Russian Blue, I was like, oh, okay, that exists. It's real. People still do that. Because I was a fan when it was on Channel 9. And like I loved it. So it was like, oh, this is a real thing. Oh, okay. So trust me, when there is footage out there of you ladies not giving a damn.
There are people of all genders in the Chicago knockout roller derby. That's very important.
Yeah. It's everyone. Everyone's inclusive. Everyone.
I look at like, why do y'all do that? But then I have to think about what I do for a living or did or on a part-time basis. Like, I can tell the passion. I can tell the love of the sport. And then to see the next generation coming up. Like, wow. So I don't know if anybody watched our previous episode where we talked to Lunella and we talked to the trainers, you ladies, some of you ladies.
Coach Punchy and Coach Beetlejuice were on that night.
Yes.
And to hear how much they love these young people and like why they do what they do. And it was like it started to click for me. Like everybody on here, first of all, I applaud everybody coming on here tonight looking as fabulous as you do. Because I got out of my clothes and I put on a t-shirt. That's as far as I was going with the, with the red gimmick tonight. So to see how far you have come, and I'm talking about since I followed in just the past year. Steve asked each and every one of you, what do you see? First of all, I'm going to say it too. I want to see the bank track. I'm just being real. Especially after watching the movie and seeing what can happen with the bank
Because of
track.
you all, he watched it.
Yep.
Because of you all, he watched
it.
Yes.
Whip it.
He watched Whip It because of you, because it got mentioned on here. He watched it.
Yes, I watched it and fell in love all over again. It was kind of hard, but I didn't care because folks was getting towed up.
And he said I'd never be as cool as Jimmy Fallon, and he's probably right.
He won't. But I can see, I see everything. I see the theater side. I see the sports side. I see the physical side. And I'm just enthralled about why you do it, how you do it. And like, if I wasn't in that other world, like I know what happened to me. And to see that, okay, well, maybe I'm not just crazy. There's this whole other world that, guess what? They feel as passionate and as strong and powerful about their sport as I feel about mine. So I want to see you guys grow bigger than what you way are now. Like, it's sad to say, I was sitting here like, do I know any buildings that would hold a bank track? Like, I
No
was
idea
living.
how much that's come up. You have no idea.
Yeah.
But
I ask everyone.
But I'm sitting here like I'm nobody. And I'm thinking, like, oh, bank track. Like I had a perfect building only to drive past 2 days ago. And of course they sold it to make a beauty supply store, which I'm like, that sucks. A beauty supply store, a giant beauty supply store. Like, good Lord, how many wigs do I need on the south side? No, I don't.
Not answering. Not answering.
Don't answer that.
Nope. Not getting me this time.
Not on the south side. Come on now. But I want each and every one of you, first of all, to keep doing what you, if you guys have made the news, made the papers, and people are talking, because I've seen the crowds. The crowds are getting to the point where you're having to turn people away. That's ridiculous. A year ago, did you say that?
Well,
I mean, to this point.
we're always growing, but I will say last year our crowd sizes were selling out. Last year, so we started at Homewood in 2022. In 2023 is when we started selling out, and we only started at the second half of the year.
And
I mean,
again,
it's really proud of.
It has been a consistent thing for the last 6 months.
You cannot.
It's been growing since.
And I've had people that I know outside of Steve and Rihanna and Pat that have been like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go check out that roller derby thing. And then I'll get a message, I couldn't get in. What? Like, why not? And they were like, dude, over capacity or something. And it was like, oh, okay, well, guess you'll try the next date. Maybe I can go. again, ladies, gentlemen, Steve, whatever you are.
Sometimes I wonder.
I don't know.
C-Red, you can call us skaters.
Just please continue to do what you do. I promise you, 2025, you will have your bank, you will have your building, and you will have the crowds that you deserve to perform in front of. I guarantee.
Well, that was good. That was, and I believe that I'm hoping it happens in 2024, but I'll take 25. I think it'll be great either way. However we get there, as long as we get there. And the ride along the way is the magic that is the Chicago Knockouts. It's been such a great pleasure having all of you on this show tonight, because each of you and your characters are so dynamic and bring something so special. From the ghost right now haunting the HF Auditorium as we speak, to the medicinal situation going on at Marley Quinn's house, to Eurothrash and whatever she was drinking, to the fights between Russian Blue and everybody, to Boss not giving a fuck about anything,
Ever.
to Crimson looking to her cat for help, and Grumpy and just having that enigma, that aura about you guys are so incredibly entertaining that we just are so happy to have you on this show, and we're all just happy to be a part of your world, because your world is so goddamn special. It just makes me happy.
You don't want to talk about how Judgment Dave got kidnapped and then ran off? You don't want to talk about that at all?
You don't need to talk about that.
Back under the bed where he
Can
belongs.
you hear us? Are you okay?
Judgment Dave is fine.
He's
Okay.
fine.
He's fine. He's
fine.
taken care of. He's
All right.
taken care of.
You take that to him, Marley.
Girl takes great care of her guests.
Mm.
I want to share just a quick story before I turn over the ending of this show to Russian Blue. My story is this. A couple of members of the Knockouts came out to see me perform at a very special event that was very, very personal to me outside of roller derby. They bought tickets and came out and supported me in an adventure that I was very nervous to be a part of. And as I stepped into that ring and I looked to my left, and I saw Judgment Dave, and I saw Eurothrash, and I saw Russian Blue, it made such a difference in the way I performed that night that I might have been lost without them. And that is why I love this group so much. You support each other and you support me in a way that is undescribable. And I will never be able to repay the kindness of that night, because without you being there, it wouldn't have been nearly as important as it was. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for supporting me. That makes me want to support you 100% of the time, all the time, because you guys, you skaters, are absolutely worth it. Russian Blue, take us home.
Oh, Steve.
Aw.
Hey, wait a second. I have to say, Steve, you have been, I mean, the support you've received from you, from Rion, C-Red, everyone here at the Power Hour has been just phenomenal. And Steve, you in particular, you were the first person coming in to the knockout sphere from the W word. You came in and you were a perfect fit, and you immediately took the mic and knew exactly how to present us to the audience. And we are beyond grateful to you, not only for the way that you make us into absolute superstars on the track by way of your voice and the way that you color the commentary, but also in the way that you support us outside of our bouts and the way that you have been a huge voice for word of mouth marketing. I mean, that is the best. That is exactly what brings people to us. And so this wouldn't be as big as it is without you. So thank you.
Thank you so much. That means the world to me. I can't even tell you. Don't make me cry now. Don't make me cry. It's been a long time. Russian Blue, take us home.
As usual, you did not warn me that you were going to do this.
Absolutely not.
You
Totally planned. If you didn't see this coming, you just weren't watching.
You were literally the only one left.
I have been building to this
Last
moment the entire show.
So taking it home, April 6th, the Miners are bouting. Doors open at 5:30. Bout starts at 6. Wear blue because that is the team that Lunala is on, and she is the only one that matters.
Now, come on, you can't say that.
I'm lying. I love them all. I love them all.
I'm going to be
Okay, maybe
conflicted because
better.
I'm coaching for blue, but my child is on red, so I
Yeah.
just want everybody to win.
I'm lying. All of you children matter to me. I love all of the children. And we do have a friend that's coming to the bout that has to sit like in the basketball hoop or something
because she's
our daughters are her adopted
Speaking
nieces
of-
and she can't.
Speaking of
A child.
my child.
And then April 20th, it is going to be the Retro Rumblers versus the Punk Rock Punishers.
Mhm.
What is this?
Purple Rain.
The rain shall continue.
Yeah. So it will
Yeah,
be
that is
doors
right.
opening at 7:15.
Rain
Is that
shall
correct?
continue.
Yes, that's
That's
correct.
correct.
Doors open 7:15.
Oh, no, I
Show
didn't hear
starts at
anything.
8. I will be on the Rumblers.
Boo.
Cactus Rack will be on
boring.
the Rumblers.
White bread.
And the Rumblers are going to kick the ever-loving
Oh, no,
crap out
Brett.
of the Punishers. That's
No,
Okay,
sorry.
okay.
Dreams in your dreams.
Yeah.
Anyways, I love you all. It's been a wonderful night. Smooches. I'm not smudging my lipstick. Smooches.
Bye, Russian. And throw you soon.
Oh man.
Fight. Bring
All
it
right.
on.
Thanks for watching the Power Hour. We appreciate it. You guys are magnificent. Thank you so much. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch once we get it up on the interweb this evening. Don't miss the Miners, April 6th. The next prime bout for the Premier League is on the 20th. You owe it yourself to come out and watch this. If this didn't give you motivation to see what these skaters can do, then you just don't have a pulse or are just stupid. And I'm just calling you all out. Get out to Homewood, find out why the magic happens there. I guarantee you, you're going to love what you see because these people work their asses off. And about a week ago, I heard some disparaging words about being non-athletes. I have never known more impressive athletes in my 11 years of doing combat sports than what these skaters bring to Homewood on a given night. You're not athletes, you fuck yourself. That's my final word.
I got this. Just this particular thing. I already know where you're going for. To any athlete that has no idea what it takes to actually do what they do. Just to give you an idea, the last time that I was on skates was last century, and the idea that they were able to not only keep their balance, keep their physics up, and keep everything in order as far as doing what wrestlers do in that moment without having a ring, just as they said before, between the floor itself and concrete. This is without a bank track. So they're going at half speed right now. I dare anyone to put themselves in said position accordingly. Just the idea, because at least in a wrestling scenario, and this is just using a wrestling scenario, it's between 12 to 20 feet of space. They can use multiple, and I say multiple spaces between 10,000 feet to 20,000 square feet. It is insanity just what they are able to do, let alone the training that takes place with it. I dare anyone from any sport, regardless of what you think you are able to do, to try to incorporate not only the physics that takes place with skating itself, but the physicality of football, the physicality of putting yourself out there just in general, because all they have is just pads for themselves. There's no padding other than what they have to legally put up on the actual track itself. And then once that goes, now it's just a bank track. I cannot wait. And I dare anyone that from any sport to say that they're not athletes. They are quite the opposite. They may be the superior athlete based on how this is playing out.
Put it to you this way, Rian.
Yes.
I would get into the ring with anybody and take my chances.
Mhm.
There is no universe and no way in hell that I would stare across a track in the crosshairs of Like a Boss at any time,
Any
in
of
any place.
The hell with
Easy
any
fucking
any
right.
one of them.
My
Lies.
bro was on my basement floor trying to work out those skates.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Almost died twice, but that's neither here nor there. Knockouts, we love you. Thank you for everything you do for us. Please keep doing what you're doing because 100% pure adrenaline, 100% pure magic. Thank you all for watching the Power Hour. For Rian, C-Red, myself, Pac-Man, and the lovely Russian Blue, I'm Steve. We'll catch you next week. Thank you, and good night as we try to get this thing shut down.
You got all that to do.
I got all that to do. Wait, and they're waving. Wave, Knockouts, wave away.
I'll wave too. So
Good night.
Bye, y'all. Recording stopped. Right there. Hit it, Steve. Hit it. Nope, still there.
Where?
Still there, Steve.
How is it?
Still there, Steve.
Wait a minute.
Click it.
Where? No, if I click that, it ends the meeting. I don't want to do that. I just want to
Normally
stop
it'll
it.
say recording stop.
I'm working on it.
This
Hey,
is the recording that
no, where are you?
It's okay, Steve. Figure it out.